Audit documentation, also known as work papers or audit trails, refers to the records, files, and papers prepared or obtained by auditors to support the planning, performance, and reporting of an audit engagement. It serves as a comprehensive and organized record of the audit procedures performed, evidence obtained, conclusions reached, and findings communicated. Here's how to maintain complete and accurate audit documentation. Understand documentation requirements. Familiarize yourself with relevant auditing standards, regulations, and organizational policies regarding audit documentation requirements. Understand the purpose, scope, and content expectations for audit documentation throughout the audit process. Plan documentation approach. Develop a documentation plan outlining the types of documents, work papers, and records to be maintained during the audit engagement. Determine the level of detail, format, and structure of audit documentation based on audit objectives, complexity, and materiality. Document audit planning. Document the planning phase of the audit, including the audit engagement letter, audit plan, risk assessment, materiality considerations, and preliminary analytical procedures. Record discussions with management, audit team members, and other stakeholders regarding audit scope, objectives, and expectations. Maintain working papers. Maintain working papers that document the execution of audit procedures, including audit programs, checklists, schedules, and data analysis results. Document the nature, timing, and extent of audit procedures performed, along with the evidence obtained and conclusions reached. Record audit evidence. Record audit evidence systematically and accurately, including financial statements, supporting documentation, test results, management representations, and corroborating information. Document the source, reliability, relevance, and significance of audit evidence to support audit findings and conclusions. Document exceptions and deviations. Document exceptions, deviations, discrepancies, and irregularities identified during the audit process, along with the root causes and implications. Clearly explain the nature and impact of exceptions on audit conclusions and recommendations for remediation. Include review and approval. Include review and approval signatures or initials on audit documentation to demonstrate supervisory oversight, accountability, and quality control. Ensure that audit documentation is reviewed for accuracy, completeness, consistency, and compliance with auditing standards and organizational policies. Maintain confidentiality and security. Maintain confidentiality and security of audit documentation by restricting access to authorized personnel and implementing appropriate safeguards against unauthorized disclosure or tampering. Use secure storage facilities, encryption, password protection, and access controls to protect sensitive audit information. Organize and index documents. Organize audit documentation in a logical and systematic manner, using standardized naming conventions, numbering systems, and indexing methods. Create cross-references, links, and hyperlinks between related documents and work papers to facilitate navigation and retrieval. Retain and archive records. Retain audit documentation for the required retention period specified by auditing standards, regulatory requirements, and organizational policies. Archive audit records in a secure, accessible, and retrievable format to facilitate future reference, review, and analysis. By maintaining complete and accurate audit documentation, auditors can ensure transparency, accountability, and reliability in the audit process, support audit conclusions, and meet regulatory and professional standards.